Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video, hopefully where I capture some trades as they play out live. Really just one trade because it's 10:18, so the market's been open about 45 minutes. I'm up $230. Kind of been a grind. Had some trades, things just didn't quite go in my favor. Thought I was done, and then I saw this setup here, and I thought, you know what? This is a very nice setup. I'm liking what's going on here. So much so that, you know what? Why not get a video rolling? And, you know, this could be an example where, you know, I'm willing to take on some risk. It's been a good, you know, portion of time. It's been a decent day, but even if today were to go to red, I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world or anything like that. So certainly willing to take on a little bit of risk here, especially given the setup here. I like this setup quite a bit. Although right now, just kind of in a stalking mode. I'm stalking it, waiting for some sort of sign of weakness, because right now, yeah, I mean, the bulls are certainly pushing this up. So I'm very curious about that 120 mark, if it can get down to there. But as of right now, just not quite interested in it until 120 can potentially come into play. But who knows? These are truly live videos, and I say that because maybe 120 will never come into play. And, you know, in some senses that kind of sucks because, well, geez, Clay, thanks for wasting my time. But at the other side of the equation, well, at least it's a realistic view of how trading is. And sometimes you can be watching a certain level, and it just never comes into play. Would like to see this candle go up a little bit more. Low of 122.25. And I'll go back up. I really don't. I don't want to see the break on this candle. Wanted to see it go up a little bit more. And there's 120. I just don't feel comfortable taking that trade now. It all turned around too fast on me. Don't break it. Now, if it can consolidate out here, that's a much different story. So don't break through 120 here on this candle. All right, there we go. It's trying to bounce back up. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. Did not break 120. Now it's bouncing up here a little bit. Again, don't want to take it on this candle, even if it were to come back down. Still not interested in it. But more of the story right now, 120 is the level that I'm stalking and watching very closely. So I will go ahead and pause for the time being, and we'll see what happens with it. Well, it's coming back into play here, but like I said, I don't want to take it on this candle. There we go. And I want to see it stay above on this one too, just because that move down was just a little bit too much. So please stay above 120 on this candle here. Next candle though, I am ready and willing to take any sort of apparent break of 120. But like I said, this candle's got to stay above it too. Would like to see this thing consolidate out a little bit more. Actually, if it goes up, that would be even better. And then comes back down, that would just be another sign of bearishness. So I'll keep an eye on it. All right, this thing's working its way down to 122.50, which I'm now very interested in. So short at 122.71. I think this thing wants, I'm not necessarily looking for this thing to crash. But I think this thing wants to make a bit of a pullback move here. First key break is going to be that 122.50-ish area. I mean, you got to like this candle here that's taking shape. Again, like I mentioned, definitely because of how volatile this one is, some higher risk here, but really like the setup. Like I was saying, that key break is going to be 122.50. Can the price get down through that area is the big question. hovering around that area. So the good news is it's a stubborn, because if stubborn levels fail, they tend to move very quickly. The bad news is it's stubborn, which means it may not fail. Can it? Nope. Once again, getting knocked on again. Can 122.50 break? Maybe if I say please break. There we go. Can I get down through 122? So I have an order out there. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Crap, I forgot to change. All right, well, at least I still have 67 shares. I thought I didn't mean to have all 500 out there. Well, at least I caught it, and at least I can go now with the 67 shares. So I suppose that's better than nothing. If this goes up over 123, I will be, oh wow, that fast out. So watching 123, mental stop. Let's see if it can come back down though. All right, let me just try to get out there. There we go. So $415 on that trade, which is fantastic. A quick recap of what played out. Took off, got the move $1 in my favor. That was a mistake, but as you saw, I caught myself. I did not mean to be taking out all of those shares. Maybe in hindsight, I shouldn't have caught that mistake, because if I would have just gotten out of all those shares, because the one thing to keep in mind here is I actually lost over $1. Yeah, over $1 per share on these ones. I was in at 122.71. I got out $1 later so in other words, took basically a $67 loss on the final shares that I had. Now I still made $415 on the trade, or I can't remember. I think I might have did I trade this one previously? Yeah. So it was already up on the trade. I don't remember how much. So I take that back. I didn't quite make $415 because that last portion of the trade cost me basically $67. But regardless, what is the math on that? Still made a nice trade there. Not nearly as much. Look at that thing. So that's an example. And I know the learning lesson here is you can have a setup you absolutely love, and it can be beautiful, and it can go in your favor. And it did go in my favor. It went in my favor very nicely. And then sometimes when you try to let the position work for you, which you should, that's good habits, that's good mechanics. Let a position work for you, because you never know how much in your direction it can go, right? Cut the losers, let the winners win. And in that situation, I was trying to let the winner win, but it didn't win. It just snapped back in my face. And ultimately, like I said, it cost me over $1 per share to eventually get out, because I wasn't quite fast enough on the stop loss. Plus, it's just such a tricky one. But overall, still very happy with the trade. Still really love that setup. It was a great setup. It worked out kind of, but you know what? At times, when you let a position try to work for you, you might end up taking a loss on those final shares, but that's okay. You can still have a winning share or a winning trade, and you can still have an overall winning trade. But overall, I'm glad I got the video rolling. So let's see, now officially it's 10:31 a.m. and I am up $591. So $500 a day keeps the day job away. And I'm not a greedy savage. I'm more than grateful. I'm not aware of many places in the world where you can make $590. Well, let me factor in commissions. I don't know. Let's call it $560-ish in an hour. I mean, I will take it. I'm more than happy with that. I am disappointed. I thought that this thing was really going to get moving. I thought that, and if I'm being fully transparent here, I was already scripting out the learning lesson here, and the learning lesson was going to be, hey, you know what? You don't need to have a lot of shares, because even with 67, look how much money you can make. So maybe that's probably arrogance on my part, maybe a little overconfidence, because I truly thought, I love the setup. I thought this thing was getting ready to roll back over. And I was always, oh yes, Clay, good. You can comment about how you don't even need that many shares to make good money. And then that's how the market works. And the market just punched me in the face and said, oh, you want to get overconfident, huh? Here, we're going to actually cause you to lose money on those final 67 shares. So no, there will be no talking about making money, but losing money. But in all seriousness, though, keep that in mind. I was positioned, had this thing continue to go in my favor, it looked like it wanted to do, instead of just snapping back upwards. I mean, that 67 shares, that could have become worth a whole lot more. So that's why you got to let the position work for you. And in hindsight now, yes, I wish I wouldn't have canceled it. I wish I'd have just gotten fully out right there and taken the $500 trade instead of, losing some on it. But it is what it is. So good learning lessons there. You got to take setups that you love. You got to take setups that you really like. But no matter how much you love them, no matter how much you like them, just realize that they're not always going to work out perfectly. They're not always going to behave in the perfect manner. But that's also in the final talking point here. That's the beautiful thing about the markets is, think about it. This trade didn't really behave like I wanted it to behave. It didn't behave like I thought it would behave, but I still made like $300 on it, or whatever the math broke down to. So, I mean, think about that. You don't have to be a perfect trader to make money. You just have to have systems. You have to have a strategy that works for you, that fits into your personal risk tolerance. But when you have that, you can still make money even when things don't quite go according to plan like you saw here. So hopefully that can offer you up some motivation to truly get out there, figure out a strategy that works for you, figure out rules that fit your personal risk tolerance so that you can get out there and put yourself in positions where, yeah, you didn't really do anything wrong. It just didn't quite work out. But by not quite working out, you're still walking away and making money. Now, real quick before I go, if you enjoy these videos, couple quick things. First off, the very time efficient way to communicate. Hey, Clay, yeah, I like these live trade videos. Please keep making them. Just hit that like button. Also, comments, questions, suggestions, please leave those down below. If you've ever watched any of my past videos, then you know that I will read and reply to all comments. And then finally, check out the channel as a whole. There's lots of other live trade videos and then plenty of other, different types of quick tip videos and educational videos. So check out the channel, and hopefully you decide to hit that red subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. But yeah, get out there, realize that you don't have to be perfect and you can still make money. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.